Apologies in advance. Jealousy is so but I choose to understand. Instead of slow, think slower. Because people are the judge when they barely even know you. Say that again. Instead of slow, think slower. Because people are the judge when they barely even know you. When I was 7, I used to rock soldiers. I always had a pocket for the lawyer. I need a project chick for the corner. Cause I had a friend, she was like 10. Even then, I used to buy a low pots for the corner. Valentine pots for the money by the corner. That's why I was up girls. Anybody fit 20 $6 every quarter. Fuck that, it's funny, kind of sort. Got engaged, now I'm thinking about a daughter. Could spend a lot of time, even though I can't afford her. Please keep it coming with the brown one. Please. That bad place being home, more change for the quarter waters. When I was naive to these things, I really want to follow with my hardships. Money ain't a thing till it's not there. Bitches ain't shit till you need a queen. Niggas always say till you meet a king. Know what you need when you're damn broke. Know what you want when you see the dream. All I wanna do is be the best me. All I wanna do is be the best me. All I wanna do is be the best.
All right, hello. Starting with simple with FX and E again, back at it again with some free value. Now tonight we're gonna talk about some order blocks. So last night we spoke about the quarter theory. I hope you guys did some homework on that. Those of you who watched it before. Now you can implement the order blocks with the quarter theory to add up more volume, or basically to calculate more volume. Let me show you what I mean. So what is an order block? So like I've said before, market makers I mainly accumulate money at the highs and lows. Like Steve says, moves are made at the highs and lows of the day, highs and lows of the session, high and low of the week, high and low of the month, high and low of the year, high and low of the quarter. So this is where you find your macro MNWs. This is where you can catch an average at 300 pips. So what an order block, like I've said before, is, like I said, obviously market makers accumulate volume. Now an order block is a set of candles where, if you view it properly, you can basically accumulate or basically project where the next buy or sell will come in. So what is order block? What is a bearish order block? A bearish order block is basically the last bullish candle before a strong move to the down or upside or to the downside, forming a peak formation low or lower low, basically inducing retail traders to go short. So when price breaks that level to the upside, it's called a bullish order block breaker. The movement to the upside is usually when peak formation low is formed. So this is usually when you get your head and shoulder formations, W formations, half Batmans, and obviously bullish order block is the opposite. A bullish order block is the last bullish candle before the trend makes a strong move to the downside, and obviously, like I said, this is where you find your information, head and shoulder formations, and also half Batman formations. So if you're in level 3, basically you look for 3 things: either half a Batman, MOW formation, and head and shoulders. Now, another confirmation check you can do is, I'll pin this in the description so some of you can save it. This is my students group. This is the confirmation check. Always identify where your peak formation. Is it a valid MOW head and shoulders pattern? What level are you in? What's the vector move? Do you have a visible stop hand? Is there valid catch up and water cross to lock a peak formation high or low? Is there a shift candle? Is a candlestick confirmation? And in the GDI, do you have a hook, shark fin, or divergence? That's a few things you can look at. Okay. So we all look at DJ yesterday. I'm gonna explain the same thing here. So we all know that yesterday I explained that this was our peak formation low. Now if you implement the order blocks, it tells you that if this is level 2 and you have consolidation, the last candle before there's a shift forming a peak formation high and low, that's where you find the order block. The last candle, the high and the low, and then you can basically throw it as far as you can. Now I'm going to come back to this in a second. So over here you see that within the line chart, you can basically almost see kind of a W formation, half a Batman. So if you have this level, you don't have to worry if price is here. You don't have to buy from here. It's not in the rule book. You can basically wait for price to come back to this point and retest. Obviously, you'll have some type of peak formation low lock on a smaller time frame in this period of time. For example, on the 15-minute chart or on the 1 hour chart, this potentially could be on a smaller time frame, be level 2 consolidation, and you can enter on the stop hunt low, which could obviously be, for example, WVVM. Just an example, if my point. So could have bought from here. First take profit at the 50 EMA the water, second take profit at the Mayo, and then literally you could have waited. Obviously you could have caught the sell, but I just want to bring to your attention the fact that this order block over here, look how it corresponds with a level in the next quarter. So in the next quarter, you basically don't have any information down here as to where price might reverse or you might see something happen. Now, over here, this was our level 2 consolidation. Or this was, so we explained yesterday, level 1 consolidation drop. Now, at this price point over here, this is obviously a stop hunt high. If you saw this, you obviously could have entered this trade from this point even to profit over here. That's 200 pips. It's not bad at all. And same thing, here we have some accumulation once again. So this could be our next order block. Now, yesterday as well, I explained to you guys that we could expect some upside movement. We could expect some upside movement now. It was at 29.5. And okay, it didn't go all the way up. But I mean, if you took my advice last night, this is what you could have caught this morning. You could have caught this. And last night I told you guys we can expect GG to go up. So, no, one of those things. So, like I said, same thing. This is our peak formation low. So we could see something like this. The upside, maybe hit it again, and then come to this order block. Now, this could also give us something like that. Then give us like a head and shoulder formation. Go up. So that's what I see on GG at the moment. So obviously I would have to wait. Say if we box all of this up. Wait, let me load a different template on here so we have confuse you guys. So if you're using the software by Steve, there's a nice W formation. So actually, you could have entered in London already, and New York literally would have literally printed money for you. And look what you see over here. It's just literally 1, 2, 3 vectors, and literally induce people pull away. So what I would like to see now at the moment is I would like to see GJ stop and low to this point, and then continue this bullish move, or stop and low to the Mayo, and until you just and continue this bullish move. So all depending on where tomorrow's stop hand box will be. It could be somewhere over here, and then obviously the extended stop hand box would be over here, and then with the blue tracer it will be in line with yesterday's initial high of the day at this point. So we could see tomorrow's stop hand box somewhere over here, and then the extended box could be somewhere over here. Now, if we calculate this, Steve says the stop hand box would usually be 25 to 50 pips. That's 48 pips. And from this point as well to this point, that's another 45, 47 pips. So just by using the EMAs can guide you. Like Steve says, remember this, we don't use the EMAs to trade, we use the EMAs to guide us. Okay. So that's the potential I see on GJ. USD CHF, same thing. I expected this to be our peak formation low. And as you can see, what happened was today, it's a huge candle. Same thing, if you listen to me, you could have caught this as well. But let me not go off topic. So, still talking about order blocks. Beginning of the year was this point, second quarter. And obviously, third quarter would be in July. Now, same thing over here as well. Here we see a stop and low. Market makers railroad tractors. So obviously, once again, this order block looks quite strong. So all depends on okay, so same thing happened over here. See this fake move, although it didn't come back all the way down here. You expected some choppy movement to come up over here, and you see as price got back here, the W formation over here. So if you quote this, that was easy, 170. And once again, we see it once, and here we see that we have a macro W formation spread over since August and June. That could explain why this happened. So simple things, guys, simple things like trade from the highs and lows, and you should be good. You should be good. Look what happened over here. Market makers literally tapped the stop hunt box and pulled away. And also regarding what we said yesterday with the order blocks, always trade just outside the blue tracer. See over here. So it's simple things, guys. If there's no setup, no trade. Simple as that. One more thing I want to talk about is I don't really trade forex anymore, currencies. Um, I've I've discovered the gold mine. If I knew this information when I started trading, I probably would have had my own island by now. So basically, what I trade is look at the way these pairs paint out. Got a nice sell at this point. They take profit. Just give me a sec, guys. I'm just taking profit. Okay, always protect your equity. Now, like I said, these pairs they very volatile and they pay out nice. For example, volatility, volatility 75, one of my favorite pairs. They pay the most on a 0.01 lot size. Oh, it's a lot of money. On that move alone, on a 0.01 lot size, you could have made like $8 to $10. So my point is, there's a lot of money to be made in this market. While everyone is focused on trading currencies and losing the money, while market makers are hitting the stops left, right, and center. Look how clean these pairs move, and I mean, they paint out so nice. I mean, I did this analysis last night, sent my students, expected this information. Look how price came here, respected this point, still respecting this point. I would still love for them to stop hunt low at this point, maybe give us a W formation, basically trend to the upside. If they break it and they stop hunt low, I was going to sell to the downside. Another good trade I took was step. So step played out nice, although it didn't come to my high. Um, nice, nice movement. Once again, you can see 3 levels over here. I'm not gonna go into much detail this tonight. I'm gonna go over this tomorrow to show you guys what I'm focusing on right now at the moment. And so right now at the moment, I'm waiting for step to come down to this point so I can buy. And the good thing is, or the cool thing is about most of these pairs is the fact that most of them are making new highs right now at the moment. So if you're just starting to trade these pairs, finding the highs in the future, it won't really be a problem for you because it will become second nature. So I'm waiting for step to come down to this point right now at the moment. So obviously could see some rejection from this point. Love to see step come over here and then hit the low, pull away, will give me a nice W formation, and then I will buy. took a trade on. I sent this to my students, some of my students, to sell volatility. Into, as you can see on the on MD5, we took the trade here at first. We got stopped out. Price came back, so we re-entered at this point, which is somewhere over here. Actually, took the trade at no, yeah, at this point. So at this point, and obviously took profit right about here. We got stopped out at entry point, but we'll continue tomorrow on this way because I'm still bearish on this way. Information, macro information. So I'd love to see on this way is so tomorrow I would love to see this way stop on high and then drop. So I'd love to see them come back to this point so I can keep on selling because clearly market makers don't have what they want yet. So obviously tomorrow's another day. Although I'm still holding, I think it's boom. I'm still holding boom, still in profit. So I'm gonna drop a link where you guys can find the broker to trade these pairs, and then obviously the link to my free channel will be in the description as well. And then tomorrow I'll be going over certain pairs I've been trading over the past few days. These indices, it's called synthetic indices. Like I said, they really pay nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, the PDF as well. This PDF is in my free channel. So just go down the description and get the link and join. And I hope you guys found this interesting, and I hope you guys do your homework on this because, to be honest, the only way you're gonna learn is through screen time. So I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys. And if you guys have any questions, connect with me on IG. My hashtag will be in the my hashtag my handle will be in the description as well. You can connect with me if you have any questions. If you want me to go over something specific, anything you're confused with, hope I can help. So just hit me up.